Hello, my name is Paige Webster and I am from Portland, Oregon. I am here today to teach you a tool that I use all the time to help me untangle all the craziness that's going on in here, especially during the time of social isolation or social distancing, sorry, and the coronavirus. I thought that this could be something that you find handy. I certainly do. So I didn't invent this tool. It's a compilation of tools that I learned during my coach training program and from another life coach called Brooke Castillo. And so I just want to walk you through how it works. The first thing you need to know is how your brain works. So this is super simple. How your brain works is that you have some sort of situation or fact in your life. You have thoughts about that fact. What you're thinking is what triggers a synapse to fire, releases a hormone, and so that generates some sort of emotion or emotions. And all of this happens so fast, it's really hard to, it all happens really quickly. So once you are feeling something, that is what drives your action, right? We often think our actions are what drive our thoughts, but it's really what we're thinking that is driving our behavior. And then based on what we do, we get some sort of result. So you see how that works? And the challenge that humans have is that our thoughts often are just going so fast in the background of our brain that we can't even pause long enough to see that where we're going is a little nutty. So this part of the reason to use this tool is that it just hits the pause button on the runaway train that's in your brain. So this is just sort of an outline of the tool. Now I'm going to use a real example. So the other day, my coach, Andrea Leda, has been very helpful and has been sending lots of emails to my coaching community because she wants to provide lots of resources for us. So the situation is that my coach is sending me emails. My thought, I have a bunch of them, but sort of at the root of the thought, or the root thought is, I'm behind. That makes me feel overwhelmed and anxious. And when I feel overwhelmed and anxious, you know what I do? I ignore whatever it is that's making me feel anxious. So I shut the computer, I turn off my email, I go walk the dog, whatever. Bottom line is, the action I take is to ignore what's happening. The result is that nothing changes. I haven't opened any of those emails. I haven't done anything with them. And you'll notice that this result, which is nothing changes, proves this thought that I had originally, that I am behind. So you see how, I'm hoping that this is clear, how what you think becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so it's really important to pause your brain and start to take a look at what you're thinking, to bring those thoughts into your awareness, because once they're into your awareness, then you can start tackling them and seeing that sometimes they're not serving you, right? Like me doing nothing doesn't actually serve me. So you're probably wondering, well, how do you just, it's not that easy just to flip a switch and change your brain. You're right. So the reason I like to use this tool is because it forces me to pause, write things down. And so that means that the neural pathway that my brain is accustomed to going down over and over and over again, I pause and I look at the opposite thought. So I use the same tool and I think, what's the opposite of what I've been thinking? And so in this case, right, the first original thought was, oh my God, I'm behind. The opposite thought is, I'm not behind. And when I think this thought, I'm like, oh, I feel relief, I'm calmer. And when I'm calmer, I actually start to use my brain more effectively. And I come up with another thought, which is, or an action to take, which is, oh, I wonder when I could look at all those emails and then I figure out a time on my calendar and put time in. I schedule myself. Okay, this is when I'm going to look at all of Andrea's emails and figure out what I want to do with them. I put that time on my calendar, and then I know that that's handled, that all of the emails coming in, I will deal with them, right? And that situation has been handled, which then proves this thought that I'm not really behind. See what I'm saying? Like, I know when I'm going to look at it, and so it means I'm not really behind. So I hope that is helpful. That's the 5-minute version of how to do this tool. If you want to talk with me and learn more about it, you can go to the services tab on my website and choose Help 100 Deep Dive Coaching Session. And I will do a coaching session with you, 90-minute coaching session with you. It's all free. All I do is I want to put you on my newsletter, and that's that. All right, so pagewebstercoaching.com/resources. Yeah. Shoot. So if you would like to schedule one of those deep dive coaching sessions with me for free, all you have to do is go to pagewebstercoaching.com and then go to the Book Online menu tab at the top of the screen. So pagewebstercoaching.com, and then you go to Book Online. All right. I hope to see you and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.